Hi, hello there. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are planning for the month of October and we're just gonna jump right into it. Over on the right hand side of the screen, I've got my spooky season stickers that I did actually post to Etsy this morning. And what I was doing there at the beginning was kind of just showing how I would personally recommend using the photo tool to select the stickers that you want to use, because there is quite a lot of them on this one page and some of them are overlapping. So in order to get the one that you want to have, if you do purchase this, I would recommend using the photo tool. That way you can just select the one individual image instead of selecting multiple by using the lasso tool. So what I am doing this month is I am actually using this little teeny tiny spider up in the right hand corner of my days of the month, and I'm going to use a white pen and just kind of add the days in that way. And I really like the way that this looked, so I might have to try and do something similar next month just to see, maybe like a pumpkin or something for November. But this little spider with the date in it, it kills me. I love it so much. So like I said, this spooky season sticker set will be available in my Etsy shop if you are interested. Shameless plug. I'll have it linked down below, and I did want to use it in this video just to kind of have an example of how I used it and how I would lay everything out. So since my month calendar page only has 5 weeks, I did put Halloween back up at the top. So you'll see that the 31st is going to be the very first one in that row. And I'm going to kind of screenshot the white background and cover up the remaining boxes, and then put this little spooky season word phrase with one of the ghosts that I drew up there as kind of like a header, but not really a header because it doesn't say October. For my actual October header, I am using this moon doodle, and the moon actually is a photo that I personally took of the moon years and years ago, and it's been like one of my favorite photos that I've ever taken in my life. So I actually kind of turned it into a sticker and added some like doodled clouds in front of it. For the Halloween, I am going over the word in a white pen just so that I can kind of cut the Halloween phrase and then paste it back over it so that it doesn't blend in too much with the little candy sticker. So for this month, I actually did plan out my October to be read before I filmed my video. Shocker. And before I've even done my October reading journal. So I've already got my to be read done for both because I use the same to be read for each one. And I'm going to be reading a bunch of, not necessarily a bunch of, but some spookier books, some kind of like thriller, scary books, horror books or whatever. The ones that I have on this list probably aren't even that scary, but I have an overactive imagination. And reading thrillers and horror books like literally gives me nightmares. So I kind of steer away from them as much as possible, but I have been, just for example, this month only reading romance novels. So I kind of want to go out of my comfort zone a little bit and read some more thriller or horror type books, or like scarier fantasy novels, or dark romances is kind of what I've got all listed as my to be read. So it's either going to be horror, thriller, dark romance, or a little bit like on the creepier side of fantasy. And this month so far, I usually try to have 8 books, but right now I only have, I think it was 5. I've got You're Invited, One of Us is Lying, Small Angels, Scarred, Dark and Shallow Lies, and Forbidden. So I've got 6, I believe, in total for this month. And then probably for the rest of them, I'll just kind of, it'll probably end up being romance because I know that I'm going to need something to kind of get me out of the overactive imagination. So in the sticker set, I do have a little bit of orange, a little bit like of a deeper orange, but I didn't really use any of it when I planned out October. So I'm going to make all of my monthly bills like a deeper orange color. And then aside from my monthly bills and Oliver's birthday this month, I don't have a ton of extra stuff planned out already. My husband is coming home this Sunday. Well, technically Monday, because he's getting home at like 2:30 in the morning. But we are making it a priority to go have a ton of adventures. So I'm sure that I'll be filling up later on, probably throughout the month. I'll be filling up some kind of adventure items for us to do, and getting them written in the calendar ahead of time so I know what's going on. So for Oliver's birthday, I had considered using a text image that says birthday from Dash Planners, but then when I wrote down his name above it, I wasn't really feeling it, so I actually scratched that and just used the same font that I'm going to end up using for his name. So aside from the brief moment where I did add this in here, I do not have any other stickers from any other company on this spread, I don't believe. If I do realize that I had something, obviously I will link that down below as well. But for the most part, it's just the text tool that I'm using, and then stickers that I have in my sticker set that I have that I talked about at the beginning of this video. So the last thing that I am going to do today is just go over to my November at a glance and highlight some upcoming birthdays for next month. It'll take me a moment because I couldn't get the right sized circle that I wanted, so I'm just playing around with that for a little bit. But yeah, that is all that I have for today. If you did make it to the end of this video, go ahead and leave me a spooky emoji below. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I do hope everyone has a great upcoming week. Bye!